May 18th, 2025. Okay. Last night outside my work, there was a couple ladies. They were like, her husband bought her that car. My husband and I just got a new car. The other one was acting out. Okay? Her husband just bought her that car. I know. We seen her out today, and she looked really happy. We heard that guy today say that Agent John already told on her, and it doesn't matter who she tells. And he'd been playing everybody to find out who's involved. They told you that a long time ago. I mean, we're going to act like mean children. So since they were outside, I couldn't sleep. Then I started going through everything. Some lady outside went, I found out this whole thing's a drug scam. I'm not staying up watching her. What are you doing staying up watching me, you stalker? Oh, those girls. Oh, yesterday. That girl. We were down in Millersburg. And an apostolic girl followed me. She's so pathetic she had to follow me to Millersburg. We went into Soul's Palace, okay? She's in there passing me several times. They got cameras. My phone's bugged by the place. I'm standing by the back door. She's walking by with this couple, pulling the dirty doctor scam. Okay? It's a good thing we had a doctor tape her before saying, okay? Since we had that doctor do that to her, we have an agreement with the police or with the law enforcement. We can do whatever we want to her. And then we're just supposed to say we were making fun of her when we did it. You have no such agreement. You're a liar. But thank you for putting your name on the drug scam. So you can get a picture of her and find out who she is and arrest her for about $20 to life. Okay. Yeah, yesterday, I had some guy talking about Agent John already telling on me before he talked to me. And that he was just playing these people to find out who was involved. Okay. Then upstairs, those guys talking. Will found out they bashed her head in. And all the stuff they've been pulling with her. Okay. Well, today, in Alliance, there were some drug cartel guys in there. These people better not be saying stuff to her. Michelle could end up in jail. Okay? Go walk into Walmart before that. Somebody said they found out that doctor wasn't one of hers. They knew in 18. Oh, I was in Bob Evans before that on 62. People came in, we looked it up. They did find out that doctor wasn't one of hers years ago. I know. And then they were talking how they're even saying it's not even a doctor. They were saying that years ago, too. All right, then we go over to Lowe's and some idiots over there. I thought they were just getting even with her because she wasn't allowed to say anything. They need to cut it out. See, that was another scam. See, but like the FBI said on April 19th, where Michelle had already confessed to a federal agent on March 27th, 25, that she was part of trying to have me killed, bashed him in the back of my head, they tried to kill me or leave me incompetent. And it didn't work. I got a dent in my head the size of a ball peen hammer. They, and the reason I don't know who that doctor is, he's not one of mine. He works for them and they had lied that he was one of mine. Okay? And that agent even got it out of Dave that his girlfriend from before me had him marry me so he could get a job at my dad's factory so she'd have free insurance. The lady using my insurance for 15 years wasn't random, but one of his girlfriends from before me running up bills in my name. Okay? And so that she'd have free insurance and he could give her extra money. He only made $80 a week working with John Calgon at my dad's factory. He made $1,000. My whole marriage was a scam. Okay. That agent's outside March 30th, 25 in Uniontown and was telling people again that it wasn't my doctor, that he worked for them, and they had lied. Okay? April 17, 25, outside Sheetz gas station in Hartville. Michelle had walked out. There's government vehicles, big SUVs driving around. She walks up to an SUV, talking to them. They stop. Said, I talked to the police up there. They said, how dumb was I telling that guy that she was part of trying to have me killed when they bashed in my head? And that doctor was never one of mine, but worked for them. And they had lied that he was one of my doctors. They said he's an agent, she's an informant, and we could all end up in jail for this, and that she really liked him. Well, the FBI showed up on April 1925 in Hartville Flea Market. How dumb are these people? You wouldn't believe how dumb they are. She calls the FBI hotline for help. They immediately walk into an FBI office, confess they were illegally monitoring her on their own. And trust me, nobody ever fell for the dirty doctor scam of taping you unaware before confessing your crimes. And sat on it till Dave wanted a divorce. Nobody fell for that. And it sounded mechanical. We knew it wasn't even you, it was them. And they had altered the whole thing. And nobody fell for the weird with yourself. We always knew it was photoshopped or washing yourself in the shower. They photoshopped that and they photoshopped everything. But if they were going to be that dumb to come in and tell on themselves what they were doing to her, we told Agent John to go tell that church and that she called the FBI hotline before he talked to her, and to act as dumb as these people to find out who's all involved. And trust me, we all knew how not funny it was when the other group showed up and said they worked for a drug lord and Dave hired them. Okay. That was April 19th, 25. April 24th, 25, up in Summit Mall. There was the Texas group up there, okay, the Muslim and Iraqi people, okay. And my brother walked into an eyeglass store. I'm out in the main part, and some guy off in the distance, you tell that guy Will that was to pull off a scam here to join us, that everything is ruined. Michelle told on him that that doctor was not one of hers, but worked for them, and they had lied that he was one of her doctors. You tell him we said take care of her. Oh my God, everybody was talking about that. They still are. Okay? The next day on April 25th, 25, in Hartville, they were talking about that it's probably that freaky bill from the Freemasons that's paying for everything. Okay? Everybody's glad Michelle told on him for telling on him that that doctor wasn't even one of hers, and that he works for them and that they had lied. Okay? The last Sunday, on the 11th, up in Summit Mall, people were talking that we all heard that other drug cartel was up here threatening Michelle. Are they crazy? She's the head of a drug cartel. For her telling on them that that doctor wasn't one of hers, but worked for them, and that they had lied. Are they crazy threatening her? Oh, this last week they were talking about it in Massillon and AAA. The cartel's tired of it. Okay? Yesterday in Millersburg, people walk around. They did all this just to steal from her. Okay. In 2018, they said they were using the Florida drug cartel doctor. Well, Michelle's Florida drug cartel. Okay. In 19, where they had been breaking in, lacing drinks, stabbing with needles, lying they had sodium pentothal reports, their date, rape, amnesia, drug confessions. Okay? They said they were even injecting me with experimental drugs, and that's why I was losing so much weight. By 19, they said the doctor wanted to actually meet me in person, the person that he'd been running experiments on. Hell no, I'd go the other way. Ain't meeting him. But they even admitted I didn't even know who he was, and he had never met me in person. In 19. So where they're all having an uproar, where those people said, we looked it up. They did confess years ago that doctor was never one of hers but worked for them. I know they did. See, a couple years ago, in like 21, 22, I was in massless daycare. Some of the staff were talking. Everybody feels bad. They actually looked into it. That doctor that they were saying that was doing all those things to her, he's not even a doctor. Well, of course he's not. No doctor tapes you unaware. It's a right to privacy and HIPAA violations. They'd lose their license, and it wouldn't be admissible. Okay? Because the right to privacy and HIPAA. It's like Nixon bug in the office. They go to jail. No doctor asks you dirty sexual questions, criminal questions. They go to jail for sexual harassment. If a doctor knows someone's being hurt, they have to give a minimal report to the police. There may be a problem here. I need you to look into it. But they can't say anything you said. Huh? What they treated you for. Even admit they've seen you. But they have to report there may be a problem. Let the police do their job. Otherwise, by law, they lose their license forever, and they go to jail as an accessory. See, like they said, these people didn't realize putting the word doctor on it. They didn't realize how illegal it made it. Still wouldn't be admissible, and the doctor would go to jail no matter what. See, that's where we went lows. People were even talking. They already told these people they couldn't do any of this, how illegal it is. And they were talking about that idiot girl showing up yesterday trying to say the police give them permission to or do whatever they want to her. That's a lie. I know it is. The godless people. Long hair, long skirt. Acting like Satan himself. They're deranged in their evilness. Just like Jim Jones having everybody kill each other, 900 people die. David Koresh burning all those people alive. Charles Manson group killing people by proxy. It's an occult. You know, back on March 13, 21, where they bashed in my head, I got the size of a ball peen hammer. They said it should have killed me. I had migraines on half the side of my head, and I stutter now when I get upset. And I had to be treated for 2 years. Okay? I went in with one of those headaches. The one lady said that she was Michelle's mother. She was in there with the fake FBI agents flashing badges and got in the back of Altman Hospital. To cover up the attempted murder, they told people they chipped me. Okay? They even lied to Dr. Elena Tinas. And I told these people, you better be afraid they let them in the back of Altman Hospital flashing badges. You know, while I was in there, it was like a chaos, a storm. I go to use the bathroom. That weird Eric that made fun of everybody November 18th, 22, all the tapes before me and not her, was my idea to come up with it, my idea to do it, my idea to say it for all these people to turn on her, and they fell for it. Well, he's still pulling a scam. March 13, 21 calls the nurse, and she's breaking HIPAA violations, running her mouth about me. Security calls me bad names, and I leave. Okay? Go over to Mercy Medical. Lady shows up, no male was ever to touch it. The nurse comes in, the only thing that they actually had on her was adjusting herself. The guy said that's sick. Said no, she simply wiped off water with clothes on. He said that's sick. Said no, it's actually funny. She just simply brushed it off. They didn't have anything else. It's actually really funny. They had nothing. Where they told you they made everything up on me, they photoshopped everything. They did. Okay? But even last year, July 8th, 24, 9:10 in the morning, Altman Hospital calls me. Trying to say my credit card don't work, and I just used it at McDonald's. Pull over, and there's some guy in the background, and he's running his mouth. You can pick it up through the car speakers, okay? He was at the billing department fishing for information. They should have called security and had him hauled out of there. And I kept warning everybody, you know what they want out of that hospital? They ever get a hold of a computer, they can steal people's IDs. What do you give a hospital? Your name, your address, your birthday, and your social. ABs. See, I used to work in a bank and I worked at loan companies. People fish for that kind of information. The lady at my husband's bank said the drug cartel's running scams on thousands now. Got all kinds of people's IDs, socials, birthday. Don't know where they got it. Oh, I do. They let them touch a computer. They got it from the hospital. Get it? And all of a sudden, you're going to become that person. Alright, I'm going to upload this. Agent John, I'd like my money. I need to pay for my grandson's teeth. What I got for my dog bite probably won't pay everything. And I told you about him. When you guys first started watching our family, he was a happy, all my grandkids, happy, loud, in-your-face 10-year-olds, normal. Running their mouth, happy, excited about life. Well, over the last 6.5 years, I wasn't around as much, where Dave and I were like the second parents. Dave fled the country in 23. His other set of grandparents died, and the twins handle it by sitting in the room. Can hardly get them to go out. Where a couple years ago, Jen said she took him to the dentist. He didn't have any cavities. He has a lot. He won't hardly brush his teeth. Finally got him to trim his fingernails. But he just resorted to his room. Trying to get him out of the shell. My new husband's supposed to have him come work on his farm a couple times a week. try to get him fresh air and sunshine. We've had talks about, now he doesn't even know everything, okay? But just the devastation of losing everyone. You know, I told him, I said, you know, there's sometimes really bad things happen. There's nothing you can do about it. It's not your fault. It just happens. And there's nothing you can do. And it's there, and it happened. You have to set it off to the side and learn to live around it. Love the people that are still here. And realize they're still here because they love you. And over the next 70, because he's 17, 70, 80 years, you're going to have so many people come in and out of your lives. And the ones that really love you will stay. You just get to know more people. And there's so much life to live. You just got to get past losing everyone. And realize there's still people here that love you. And try to get him out of his shell. But he's got so many bad teeth. I'm going to call Monday for, I found a sedation dentist because he's a big coward. It's like, knock that kid out. If I had the money, I'd pay for an oral surgeon to really knock him out and fix everything. You know, if I was still in his life all the time where I had to not be there from being injured so bad from the cartel, had to heal from the injuries, or scared because they're trying to kill me or do something and trying to stay away from everyone till it calms down a little bit. If I would have been there more, he wouldn't be in the shape he is now, because I would always go get him. Dave and I would take him out to eat, take him shopping, go get him ice cream, take him to the park and let him play. We were like the second parents. Anything they need, we try to make sure that they had it. And then all of a sudden, nobody's there. It's a lot for an adult to lose everything and to get past that. It's even harder for a child. So, I mean, he was doing better there for a while when we were taking him out a couple times a week, and now he's sort of pulled back that he don't want to go. But I gotta keep working on it. And we're gonna work on getting his teeth fixed so when he smiles, he feels good about himself. I need my money. I need a safe. I'll even get a safer apartment. We all know you stole me that money, and we know I got you Trakasami. Even the guy that got Michelle to confess, we all know she got him Trakasami through Michael Peterson telling on him smuggling oil. Yeah, 21. November, December 21, he was smuggling oil to the U.S. though. As a third party got when he was leaving, where he was staying down there, what port it was coming back to, what state was buying it, letter of allegation, large money transfers. Kept telling him I didn't believe him, prove it. So they didn't prove it. Turned it in. Trakasami was arrested last year for stealing for his government. Got a world terrorist for you. Got you Judge Peters out of Florida and 100 men. Marshals used my case. Showed up January 20th, 23 in Worcester. Said they're going to be taking care of him, where Maddie's friend on the police department knew about the case and that you had opened, knew about the Texas group. Well, 3 weeks later, after they announced their presence, they got 800. It's bad guys on a platter. My God. See, where people always said they're going to make it so you can't testify against them. They never wanted me to. They wanted that quartered. Protected life case with threatened attempt to life with statements for an FBI informant for protected home custody with a quarter. Like they said, the way the agent opened it up, they don't even need her. Sheriffs have been taping this in the place with a quarter, and he stands up in court without her. They wanted that quarter. for the bad guys to confess around me and the police to get it under police surveillance. They tricked him. You thought you could walk into an FBI office and fool them? They fooled you. They played the players. Like they said, the way the agent opened that case, it stands up in court without her. They don't even need her. The sheriffs have been taping this with the court order. They document and verify everything every day. Karen around the house, Karen's will. Still open. Like they said, we all know it's part of the nationwide human trafficking scam. It's a big drug scam. Like that lady said outside my work, I found out this whole thing is a big drug scam. I know it is. They told you that years ago. These people are thinking they can pull past one. I like my money. Okay? Please. Then we need to talk about paying your civilian employees on a more regular basis, and the unsafe work environment, and worker complaints. Big debt man. Got raped and tortured, had to be on bladder spasm medicine for 2 years. Got damaged intestines, damaged ribcage, damaged shoulder. I'm lucky to be alive. The little informant got the hell beat out of her. Repeatedly. We got bad guys. If an agent lived through what I did, they'd be getting an award from the government. I like my money.